In this section I will quickly explain you what are cryptocurrencies and what is blockchain and how can they revolutionize, completely revolutionize our world. So simply, cryptocurrency is a currency that is virtual. As you probably know, we already use lots of cards, Visa, MasterCard, American Express and many cards to pay in a virtual way, but we still use normal cash, euros and dollars, and it's not completely virtual. But when it comes to cryptocurrencies, they are completely virtual. There is not like this paper money here. There is not like 20 bitcoins in a paper money. They are virtual. Like you pay, for example, with the MasterCard, then you pay virtually. And also with cryptocurrencies you can pay virtually. There are many cards that you can already use in McDonald's, Subway, supermarket, hotels, restaurants, and thousands of places where you can already pay with cryptocurrencies, and they are completely virtual. Then you don't have this kind of paper money. And there is this cryptography and security. So it's programmed and it follows the programming. Everything goes based on the way it's programmed, and everybody, you, me, anybody in the world can check the programming, how it goes and how it works. It's public on the internet. One interesting factor with cryptocurrencies is that there is no sovereign control. For example, any country doesn't control the system. When we talk about dollar, for example, we talk about US dollar, the dollar of the United States, or when we talk about euro, it's from European Union. When we talk about Turkish lira, it's from Turkey. But with cryptocurrency, they are global. One country doesn't control the system. They can be used everywhere, in Europe, in United States, in Zimbabwe, in Finland, in England, in China, in Japan, anywhere in the world. For example, if I go to the United States, I now need to get these dollars. When I go to Finland, I need to have euros. When I go to Turkey, I need to have lira. But when I use cryptocurrencies, I can use them in every country. And that's how it works. Then you can compare these central banks who have all the power now. So let's say that European central banks, they decide, okay, we will print more euros. Then it goes through the routines and the system, and then they say, okay, now we will put X amount of euros more, and then they print these papers more, and there are more money. But with cryptocurrencies, it's not possible. It's already predetermined and programmed how many cryptocurrencies there will be in the world. For example, the most common one is Bitcoin, and the total supply, what will be in the circulation, is 21 million. Now I will simply explain you what is blockchain. Blockchain is probably the single most important word when it comes to cryptocurrencies. Blockchain is a ledger where all transactions are recorded. Let me give you an example. If I send money to you, or you send money to me, it's all recorded in the ledger called blockchain. And the history is locked and it's completely transparent. So everybody can see the transactions that are being made. Nobody can change the system because it's locked. So all transactions are recorded in the blockchain, which is programmed. It's locked and nobody can change it. There are different applications for this blockchain in different cryptocurrencies, and we will talk more about them in the future. And blockchain and cryptocurrencies are completely revolutionary technologies. And I would like to compare them to internet, computers, social media, mobile phones, and other innovations. Let's say that we go back in time for 20 years and you would talk with people about the internet. People would say, what is the internet? I have heard about it. Is it something like this? Or 10 years ago about Facebook. Yeah, my friend talked about Facebook, but I don't really know what it is. Or computers, let's say 30 years ago. What are computers? Maybe we don't need them. And there are many comments about the internet, about computers, about social media, about mobile phones. And people would probably say that we don't need them, they are not useful, and many other things. However, despite all this, what people said, so many people in the world are today using, for example, smartphones, internet, computers, social media. There are more than 2 billion people in Facebook, 4 billion people on the internet. So many people are using the computers, and we could say that in the developed countries, pretty much everybody is using these innovations. And the same can happen with cryptocurrencies, with the power of blockchain technology. One of the leaders in the Bitcoin and cryptocurrency world, Andreas Antonopoulos, has said, when children who are born today get to an age where they really start using money, there is no paper money. It means that the children who are born today, when they become, let's say, 18 or 21 years old, there is no paper money. Andreas says that there are cryptocurrencies, and that's what we are using. And that's the future, what he's saying. This opens us a huge opportunity that I will explain you in the next section.